In this video, I'm going to be looking at the Shinko 216MX Cheetah fatty front tire. I've used the Shinko 216MX fatty tire a lot in the past, and I've made a couple of videos about it, and I really like it. It works well in all off-road conditions. The one thing I didn't like about it is the side knobs tend to tear prematurely, reducing the lifetime of the tire. And just recently in Japan, the Shinko 216MX Cheetah fatty became available. The big difference between the regular 216MX and the Cheetah is the rubber compound used. So the Cheetah uses a much softer compound. So the Cheetah knob pattern is exactly the same as a standard 216MX. The big difference is the rubber is quite a bit softer. So the crown feels quite flexible. Also the knobs, as you can see, very flexible and pliable. And using my digital durometer, I can measure the hardness of the Cheetah rubber. And this knob is measuring 51.5. I'll measure another knob. And that's measuring the same, 51.5. So just for reference, a standard 216MX, when I last measured one, measured 80. So the Cheetah is significantly softer rubber. And a 546 measured about 65, somewhere in the middle of the two. And a Cheetah weight is about 4.93 kilograms, which is about 250 grams heavier than a standard 216MX. And if we look at some of the markings on the tire, it's the 90-121 size, which is the fat tire size. The fat tire size in general has some advantages over a regular size. Being that it's a lot less susceptible to punctures from pinch flats riding through rocks due to the extra height. Disadvantage is possibly turning is not so good, but if you're using it in combination with a large rear tire, for example, a 120-100 18 size, I think they match very well, and I don't find turning for the riding I do an issue. But if you really like carving turns up, motocross style, then possibly you won't like the fat tire. And here you can see the construction of the tire is 2 plies of nylon on both the tread and sidewall, and it's a directional tire, so it has a rotation mark. And here you can see it has a dot marking, and also the date code is the last week in May of 2020. And the fat tires are quite wide. This is my 2017 KTM 250. And you can see how much gap there is between the tire and the fork guard, so clearance is not an issue. So I have the tire mounted using a Bridgestone heavy tube inflated to 11 psi. And I have my first ride on it tomorrow, so I'll be really interested to see how well it handles. And I'm definitely going to make a long-term review. Using the soft compound, I'll be really interested to see how well it wears over time in mixed riding conditions, and whether the side knobs hold up well or whether they tear like the original. I'm expecting it to be quite a bit different, but we'll just have to see.